My friends, good morning. When is the last time that you went back to the basics in the gym? Whether you've been working out for 3 years or 30 years, similar to me, it's a good idea to consider going back to the basics. It's humbling. I recommend checking the ego at the door, and I'm really talking about stripping weight off and just really focused in on the movement, the form, and just perfect or nearly perfect execution. I'm doing this now in the form of my squats. So I've stopped barbell squats. I had stopped for too long, quite frankly. Probably hadn't done a barbell squat in, 6-8 months. I was squatting, but it was in the form of a belt squat, which feels fantastic. Load that sucker up, have perfect form, etc., etc. But you know what? It's incomplete for me. I wasn't getting the lower back work. I wasn't getting the balancing or supporting muscles activated like I do with a barbell squat. There's nothing like a basic barbell squat, in my opinion. So I chose to humble myself and go back to the barbell squat. And what I mean by humbling myself is I took the weight off, put a 45 on, and only worked up to 245 plates. It's 225. Not much weight for me. Not that I'm strong at squats, but I've been doing this a long time. And I'm just focused on form and perfect execution. And I'm loving it. I am more sore than I have been in a long time. I'm engaging all the supporting and balancing muscles. I'm once again working in a good way the lower back as well. I'm deep, so I'm activating some hamstrings, but especially the glutes. And it's just good. What I have to do just to get underneath the squat bar at 50 years of age, but I see 30-year-olds have to do this as well, is I have to prep my body in order to have good form and technique on that barbell squats. In other words, I have to literally stretch out the chest. I lay on a bench and I hold 10-pound dumbbells and just stretch out. It's wonderful. It feels great. I also like to stretch out the lats and the shoulders, so I will incline that bench and do the same stretch. I will get on a back machine and stretch the lats back out. I find that when I get all of this upper body, which tends to get very stiff, immobile, and I don't let it get that way because that will lead to injury over time. But if I will take the time, and I'm only talking 5, 6, 7 minutes in my stretching, that better prepares me to get underneath the bar and hold it the way I need to hold it and execute a proper squat. I also need to be stretching out my ankles, because if the ankles aren't stretched, then the back heel tends to come up, or I'm leaning too far forward, and at the end of the day, I need to sit back into that squat in order to execute it properly. So I say all that to say, those are the not so fun things that I need to be doing to execute a good and proper squat, but they're also exactly what I need to be doing to keep mobility and functionality within my body, and it's fantastic for me. To maximize time, what I will do is I will go in and train calves, and in between sets of calves, I'm doing those stretches that I just told you about. So there's no rest. There's rest in between the calf exercises, but that rest is productive. It's static stretching, chest, shoulders, back, and even ankles in order to execute that squat properly. So, brothers, I don't know where you are in your lifting. I don't know how long you've been doing it, but I do recommend you consider from time to time, maybe every couple of years, strip the weight off, get back to the basics, assuming those basics don't hurt. If they do hurt, then you've probably got, of course, a lot of people have old injuries, but you might also have an imbalance, which is even more reason to get after that exercise. If you're bad at it and it bothers you, you may need to do it more. You may need to stay away from it if it's just a bad exercise for you, and we don't want you to do any damage. But if one is real weak, for example, in a squat for whatever reason, what are the inadequacies? What are the imbalances in your body that you need to go fix? And oftentimes, if one can do it safely with proper form and function, then squat is exactly what is needed and what is recommended. So, consider your weakness, brothers. Consider stepping into it. consider going back to the basics. Take that weight off. Humble yourselves. I hope you like this. If so, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button down below in order to be notified when these new videos come out. Hope that helps. Take care.